Welcome to DBeaver's YouTube channel. Backup and restore helps protect organizations from data loss by creating and storing data copies. Today, we'll talk about why this process is crucial for companies and how to perform database backups and recovery using DBeaver. Database management best practices have been shaped through trial and error. It's always better to learn from others' mistakes, especially when data security is at risk. Keeping this in mind, we return to our friend Lewis, who is featured in many of our blog posts. This time, he's learned that his company's tech team forgot to create a copy of their database, leading to disruptions and a lengthy recovery process. Thankfully, Lewis took his experience to heart and decided to back up his personal database of films and TV series for his ongoing pet project. Let's see how he did it with DBeaver. How to create a database backup in DBeaver. To start, Lewis selected his database in MariaDB, right-clicked on it, and went to Tools, Dump Database. The dump window appeared. Here, Lewis can choose objects he wants to save. However, he decided to keep all his tables selected. Lewis realized that he forgot to configure a local client for his database. Luckily, he was able to quickly learn how to do this using the wiki page dedicated to this topic. You can easily do the same by following the link in the description below this video. In the following step, there are a lot of export configuration settings. Each of them is described in detail in the DBeaver documentation. Lewis kept all the settings as default to see how it worked. Now that everything's ready, the last step is to click the Start button. The task is completed and the backup is created. But how can Lewis use it? How to recover a database from an SQL file. Although there's no data loss yet, Lewis wants to make sure that he can restore his database at any time. To check how it works, he creates a new empty database, goes to the same context menu, and chooses the Restore Database option. All he needs to do here is set up the path to the backup file he created previously and click the Start button. Lewis received a message indicating that the restore had been successfully completed. Scheduling a backup and how to automate a process. Pleased with the result, Lewis decides to go further and schedule the backup so that it's performed regularly without his direct participation. For this, he uses Task Management and Scheduler in DBeaver. Lewis repeats the first steps of a database dump and finds a Save Task button in the wizard. Then he gives the task a name and clicks the OK button. The new task appeared in the Database Tasks view. All that's left is to right-click it in the list and choose the Schedule Task option. The most common practice is to dump a database every evening, or even more frequently. Although this is not critical for a pet project, Lewis decides to follow the example of successful companies. It's all done. Lewis's database will back up every day at 7 p.m. Great job, Lewis! What lesson did we learn together with Lewis? It's wise to regularly back up your data, especially if your database is updating and changing. There are a lot of reasons for this, including inexpensive insurance against business interruptions, ability to restore missing or corrupted data, security against cyber attacks, bottom line protection. And finally, consistent backup creation will give you peace of mind, even if you work on a small project, but especially if you're responsible for the data integrity of a large company. You can explore backup and restore functionality in the Enterprise and Ultimate editions, and the desktop version of DBeaver Team Edition. Try it for free with our 14-day trial by following the instructions in the description. And of course, feel free to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss new videos about DBeaver and the database world. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.